Alrighty guys, it's been a minute or two since we've checked in with Delroy. We've got the coolant flushed, all the hoses on, the thermostat, did the bypass, all that good stuff related to coolant. This is Friday. I came out Wednesday morning right about sunup and got started on it and had it done same day. Now I know real mechanics, regular guys working, that shouldn't be that big of a job, but for me, getting my ass around the car anymore is it's a job. I take my breaks and stuff. Monday I had been at the doctor, got some new medication, and Wednesday, I was feeling it. It didn't feel right at all. And then after having worked on this and spent most of the day in the heat, the next day, Thursday, I went to help a friend out and was just cleaning up some furniture and some coolers and that for a party for his daughter's graduation, and about 20 minutes in, I thought I was having a heat stroke. So, check out the medication I'm on. It says do not take in direct sunlight, blah blah blah. Who'd have known, right? At any rate, thermostat, like I said, thermostat's in the bypass, and we come off of here, and I just went straight up along the front of the radiator, and then come straight in to it to keep any real big bends in the hose. And she comes in here. So, and it burped relatively easily. I filled it slow. I had the car jacked up and I had the hose off down here at the bypass. So I waited, and as coolant burped out of it, I was watching until it got a steady stream, and then I stopped, and when I got a steady stream, put the hose back on, clamped it, finished filling the car slow, let it run, did a few cycles, cold to hot, watch the thermostat open, and no air pockets, everything's good, no overheating. She's got excellent heat and watertight, so it was a good day, even though I tried to kill myself. Guys, today I wanted to talk about television and what it's done for the old car hobby or industry. I've spent a lot of time doing restoration work in that, so when and just general knowing about the hobby and cars and different things, when I hear people talking who maybe they don't have their facts and figures straight, I let it slide, because a lot of times these people aren't in the hobby. They don't know, or in the business, and they just know maybe they're talking about a car that their dad had or something that they had in high school, and so you just, it's conversation. You don't hold them to it. You don't hold anybody to facts and stuff. But my wife and I were at a graduation party, and somebody was talking, and the facts that they were throwing out there weren't facts, so they were really, really wrong. And I asked them, how do you know this? And they said, well, I was watching this TV show. And I thought, oh, well, TV, there you go. The boob tube, the bullshit box. So, what has TV done for the old car, let's just say old car hobby? It's kicked it right in the bag is what it's done. TV is entertainment. TV is bullshit. Even the news is bullshit. Fact check it, and they get caught with their tit in the ringer time and time again. They say one thing, and you find out there's more to the story. You figure out through another news source and another news source, and you put it all together that this is what really happened. So when you were a kid and some guy in school was bullshit and you had lying to you, you stopped hanging out with him because you couldn't believe a word he said. You go to date someone, and they show up, and their picture that they showed you was from 20 years ago or 75 pounds ago, and you think, what the fuck is this? And well, maybe you stick around if the sex is good, but not for long. going to be like, you know. Anyway, you don't hang out with someone who lies to you, and the TV and the news and all that is a bunch of bullshit. It's entertainment. The shows are entertainment. So what are the car shows now? And are they real? I remember, like, let's talk about entertainment. Street Outlaws, when it first come on, these guys were filmed and they're like looking over their shoulders. Oh man, the cops are coming! The cops are coming! Well, I tell you what, in the background over there, I see a damn light and a generator from General Rental. I don't think you guys toted a damn spotlight and a generator out to the place where you're going to race. You know, it's awful hard to get that shit collected up when the cops come. And then come to find out, you wouldn't be on TV anyway. These guys breaking the law. They shut the roads down. But remember, they were all, ooh, hey, you know, the cops are coming. We could go to jail. It's dangerous. Any given night, we could go to jail. We could lose it all. So what is it done for cars? The other ways, let's say, all right, the big auctions. Now, those aren't bullshit lies, because they did happen. We saw it happen. We saw the car go over the block. These 2 guys bid on it, 3 guys, 4, whatever. It sold for this much. We saw it. But keep in mind, this is a big auction. It is the big money, best of the best cars, the people with the biggest pockets. The people with the biggest pockets usually have big egos, and when they start bidding on a car, chances are they've been sucking on a rum and coke, and this car comes across the block. I say, it's going home with me, and the other guy says, to hell you say, it's going home with me. And then they bid what should be an $80,000 car up into the 6 figures, and people go, ooh, that means my car is worth. No, it's not. It's not. Okay, so your 72, Galaxy in the backyard sitting up to its axles in mud is not worth 15 grand. So you had the big auction shows. Like I said, you gotta watch them and take it as entertainment, I guess. It's unless you're in that tax bracket, which I am not. The 1 week build shows, overhauling shows like that. Anybody who's been on the inside will tell you those cars in a week don't run. If they do run, they don't run right. There's shit that doesn't work. You cannot take a car that needs rust repair, tear it apart, put quarters on it, put a trunk floor in it, whatever, and put it back together and paint it and have it run in a week. Not with a team of guys, not with all the parts in the world. Something's not going to work, something's not going to be right. So it's fantasy, it's entertainment. You're not going to get that Galaxy that's up to the axles in mud. You're not going to sell it for 15 grand and then get it fixed inside of a week. Bullshit, see, entertainment. The restoration stuff. Restorations take a long time, depending on the car that you get and the condition it's in, parts availability and stuff. Even the cars that have parts available out the yank takes a long time. So what if you're going to do 4 or 5 years getting the car restored? Hell, people get out of jail for murder in less time, you know. But I seen it, and this guy did his 59 Cadillac Eldorado done inside of a season. That's condensed, buddy, and you didn't see everything that went into it, and hundreds of man hours. And those guys don't work for free, so time is money. Again, entertainment, bullshit, if you will. I wrote some things down. What else did we get from television? We got terms like Holy Grail. Holy shit is more like it. Holy Grail. Are we talking about biblical terms, man? Are we talking about you're equating a car to the chalice that Christ used at the Last Supper? You're putting a car next in biblical terms. You're putting it here, right next. First I have a problem with that term, but if we're going to use that term, what are we talking about? Are we talking about a one-off car? Are we talking about a Bugatti that was built for the Paris Auto Show, owned by the Tsar of Russia? Are we talking about Carroll Shelby's supercharged Cobra with the automatic in it? One of 2 that Cosby wrecked once, another was one of 1. Okay, no, we're not. Those are hand-built, those are one-off cars. So we're talking about, in the case of Fast and Loud and Dennis Collins, we were talking about some, let's say, the Mustangs that he called Holy Grail. I don't call any Mustang Holy Grail. There's just too damn many of them. To me, a Holy Grail car is a 69 Trans Am convertible. One of what, 8 built? How about Hemi Cuda convertible, 7071? A few more of them built, but they're still $1 million cars. $2.5 million cars to be exact. No, they was looking. I think the one was that black '69 Boss 429 Mustang. There's just too many of them built. There's $320,000 in concourse condition. They didn't buy it in concourse condition. They didn't put it in concourse condition. You're well into six-figure land, but it's not Holy Grail. I don't think that's Holy Grail. A '65 Mustang convertible in early produced car, one owner, all original, blah blah blah, poppy red with this and this, K code 289, stick shift transmission, Holy Grail. There is no '65 Mustang ever that's been Holy Grail. None. The pilot cars aren't Holy Grail. The first one produced isn't Holy Grail. You could have found one stuffed up Lee Iacocca's asshole. It's not Holy Grail. Shelby has one that he's R&D in parts for the GT350 cars. It's not Holy Grail. There's a million of them, and they all suck. That's not Holy Grail. So now you have people using this term, Holy Grail car. Well, you take the poppy red Mustang, and Kevin Marty says that it's this, and this. We can break anything down by options and stuff. We're talking about a time when people ordered cars brand new. We're talking about a time, when you did see this color car with this and that added on. So Kevin Marty can tell you that the 72, let's say Ranchero in your driveway is it's one of 3 cars built in this moss green with the wood country squire horse shit and a Magnum 500 wheel and a AM 8-track radio with a 3-speed manual transmission and a damn cigarette lighter delete. But if you want to break it down like that, yeah, it probably is maybe one of 3, maybe even one of 1 car. Woo, still. It's still a Ranchero with a 302 and a 3-speed. So Holy Grail, I have a holy shit of a problem with that. Terms like that. So that's what television did for. It's fun to watch. I watch it all still, and I bitch about it the whole time. I'm thinking, man, that's not right. That's not right. That's kind of goofy. I wouldn't do it that way. But yet I watch it because it's that or The Bachelor. Even the YouTube videos. Hell, don't take what I say as gospel if we're talking biblical about it. Fact check me. Find out what's a '65 Mustang worth. I'll tell you right now. Concours shape, 65 Mustang convertible is worth about $76,000. Hardly seems like Holy Grail money to me. And that is a K code 271 horse 289. So there you have it. Holy Grail. Alright guys, Delroy is buttoned up as far as the cooling system goes. It's running great, just had it out for a little drive, not too bad. Next is getting the wheels off. Hopefully we'll be able to get out and do some things and see some things and get some shit did and done and looked at, having some fun. So far, not so good this year with all the crazy bullshit, things getting canceled, things getting, so. Alright guys, that's the end of my rant this time. We'll talk to you next time.